morning, Oviedo. I'm Zach Miller.
And I'm Carrie-Lynn.
Today is February 5th, a cold and rainy day.
Ew, I hate the cold weather.
No, it's not all bad, Carrie. At least it gives us a chance to snuggle up and enjoy some sweater weather.
I'm gonna need more than a sweater.
Very true.
Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey Zach, I heard you're involved with Spring Musical this year.
Yeah, this year I'm part of the tech crew for Legally Blonde, and it's really exciting. We've kicked production into high gear.
We got a closer look into our drama department as they prepare for the production of Legally Blonde.
Well, in Legally Blonde, I'm playing the role of Brooke Wyndham, and basically the whole big murder trial focuses around her. She's been blamed for her husband's death, and basically Elle and her legal team have to figure out how to prove that she was not responsible.
I play Elle Woods, and she is a very driven young woman who initially her search is for love in her story, but she really just winds up finding herself, and it's really a cool show. It's about overcoming stereotypes and the ideas that other people have about what we should be.
Well, the rehearsal process is just starting out, but today we are taking headshots for the program, and we're going to have bios with information about us that we're writing up, and we're also working on some character analysis sheets. So that'll be fun, just learning more about our characters and how to play them.
The show is going to be in late April. I'm so excited to be playing Elle Woods. This has been a dream role since I was 5 years old and the movie first came out. It's just been a lot of fun so far, and I know that it's going to keep being a lot of fun. Work, yes, definitely, but very enjoyable and fulfilling work.
Olive Garden is sponsoring the annual Pasta for Pennies drive. Please bring in your loose change or donations. The proceeds will benefit the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The class with the most money raised will win a free Olive Garden pasta dinner. The competition will take place until the 27th of February.
Art Club will have a meeting Tuesday, February 10th, after school in Miss Letzo's room, Building 5, Room 21.
Your Oviedo competitive cheerleaders and back-to-back state champions take on nationals this weekend at Disney. Come out and support.
Italian Club members are taking orders for those yummy Valentine cake pops all this week. They are rich chocolate cakes on the inside, dipped in pink chocolate with Valentine sprinkles on top. They will be delivered on February 13th and are $1 each. Orders will be taken through this Friday only, so make sure to find an Italian Club member or Miss Vitale in Building 13, Room 17, so you don't miss out.
The girls' soccer team is playing in the state semifinal on Friday in Melbourne. There's a spirit bus going to the game, and it leaves at 1:30 on Friday after 6th period. Come reserve your space on the bus before Friday, as space is limited. Cost for the bus ride is $5, and then you pay entrance to the game. The bus will return to Oviedo by 6:30 on Friday in time to watch the boys basketball district championship game.
With girls soccer and boys basketball going on this week, it sounds like a good time for an O-Town sports break.
Let's see what Rylee Dupre has in store for us.
Hey Oviedo, I'm Rylee with your O-Town Sports Break. The boys basketball team kicked off postseason play last night at home against Lake Howell in the district semifinals. They beat them with a score of 75-54. Yesterday was a big day for 16 Oviedo athletes who signed their letters of intent to play collegiate sports, including Noah Hensley, who signed to swim at Florida State, and Landon Klopfenstein, who signed to play soccer at the U.S. Coast Guard Academy.
Every kid dreams of going D1 and keep going in their career from high school and on to college, and to make it actually happen and to sign with FSU, it means everything to me.
Well, it's a military academy, so it's different than a civilian environment. I'll go out this summer, end of June, to start my boot camp for the summer, about 8 weeks of swab summer they call it. It's a boot camp. I'll do some sailing for about a week or so on the USS Eagle to just kind of get into the feel of it a little bit in the Coast Guard. And then I just jump right into school and soccer season, and it'll be rigorous because it's like the Ivy League education, so it'll be definitely a lot of work, a lot of hard work, waking up early mornings, not a lot of sleep, a lot of homework. So it's just a balancing act, really.
Well, I think Noah, the way that he trains, he's a good he works super hard, so I told him that wherever he goes, he's going to swim great. He needs to look at college as where he's going to enjoy being in school.
It's great. It's hard at the same time. You see them moving on, but you're so proud that they have a place, a new family to go into, and then a career following that. And you just see their life can be laid out in front of them. So now our only task is making sure that he recognizes he still has to clean his room, and he's not out of the home yet.
Congratulations to all the athletes who will be continuing play at the next level. As you already heard, there will be a spirit bus to the girls' soccer state semifinal game tomorrow. The game begins at 3:30 p.m. That's all for today, Oviedo. Now back to Carrie and Zach.
It's time for a commercial break.
We'll be right back.
Best Buddies is meeting today after school in Miss Jarzinka's classroom. Come and get your t-shirts.
Anime Club will meet today in Mrs. Carlson's room, 8209.
To close out today's show, we have a very heartfelt story
On a very special athlete here at Oviedo. Let's head over to Katie Montcrieff.
Yesterday was a big day across the country for athletes committing to play college sports. More than a dozen of our athletes have signed letters of intent this year. However, there was one athlete missing from all the pomp and circumstance, whose lifelong future had to be given consideration over just her collegiate future.
For some, it's a dream opportunity.
I committed to Florida Southern on July 4th of the previous summer, and I was interested in it because it's a small kind of personal school. It's D2, but it's still good soccer. That way I could focus on my academics as well.
But on December 3rd, Regan Funaro, our goalie for the girls' soccer team, suffered what would be her 4th concussion in her high school career.
I went to the concussion clinic over in Winter Park and talked to the neurologist there. We talked about the risks of continuing to play or the benefits. And my doctor said it was definitely a family decision. So after seeing him, I went home. We talked about the risks of continuing to play and get more concussions. And we decided it was best for me to stop playing. And so then I had to call my coach and I decommitted from Florida Southern.
A concussion is basically like a shock to the brain. So there's a chemical occurrence that goes on. And that's the thing that most people don't realize is a lot of times people think it's more like a bruise, so that you actually see an injury, but there's no injury to be seen. So that's where a lot of the confusion comes across. People go to get an MRI or they get a CAT scan or whatever on their brain and they say, oh, there's no injury in there, I'm safe. But a concussion you can't see.
The thought of not being a soccer girl or playing in college, which has been, I think it's every athlete's dream to play in college, D1, D2, D3, and AIA. And so hearing that was heartbreaking because of so much. I've been playing soccer for 14 years, so I've put so much effort into it and time, money.
But the heartbreak hasn't kept Regan from looking at the upside to her future.
In a way, it was also liberating because now I can do whatever I want on the weekends. I don't have to miss my own birthday, which I've missed 4 years in a row. UNF was actually my first choice for soccer. I fell in love with the campus, with the academics there and the soccer team, but with that out of the picture, I was still absolutely in love with that school. And I actually have one of my best friends going there to play soccer. So as soon as I found out that I wasn't able to play anymore, I applied there.
And her 14 years of experience in sports won't be for naught.
I'm very interested in helping athletes now, helping them recover from injuries, helping them get through injuries. So I have decided to major in athletic training and then hopefully go on to be a physical therapist. I had to make a decision for my long-term health, and I feel like I made the right one. So these experiences that I've had along the way and everything it's just a growing factor to the rest of my life.
And Regan's career isn't finished quite yet. She has one final outing this weekend. You can see her and the rest of the girls' team in action tomorrow in the state semifinals. If they win, they'll play in the final this weekend. Zach, Carrie-Lynn, back to you.
You know, Zach, at our age, I feel like it's hard for us to realize that things that happen to us now can have a long-term effect on our health.
I agree, Carrie. Play it safe, Oviedo.
That's all we have for you today.
I'm Zach Miller.
And I'm Carrie-Lynn.